I think it's pretty clear that I am not the target audience for this game. Hello my friends, I'm 1 Hour Game Reviews and I am on a quest to find the greatest game of all time. I played Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time, for exactly 1 hour to see if I had missed out on a great franchise as a kid. The only Crash game I've ever played is Crash Nitro Kart on the Game Boy Advance, so I was curious, but I did not have a ton of expectations. Going in, I expected it to be a 7 or an 8 out of 10. I should note that I don't particularly like platformers. Something about trying not to fall to my death for fun never really resonated with me. But a lot of people do, and a lot of people did 15 years ago, enough that after years of asking, a sequel was eventually made. Looking from a business standpoint, it makes sense that it took so long for the sequel to be made. Video game franchises that focus specifically on children as their target audience are difficult to maintain, and most of the ones that do a very good job are on Nintendo's consoles. Seeing as Crash is and has always been a PlayStation exclusive, it would rarely make sense for parents to buy a PlayStation instead of whatever console Nintendo launched, so it was a difficult uphill battle. But if enough longtime fans of the series are already asking for this game, it's much safer to develop. That said, this is clearly a game designed for kids and also for those who want to relive their childhood, and the game lays it on thick for both. But I am neither of these. I'm too young to have played any of the original PlayStation games when they came out, and far too old to find immense joy in the juvenile humor in this story. Therefore, it all comes down to the gameplay. I should also note that I'm not very good at platformers. Okay, I'm not good at all at platformers. I'm pretty bad at it, in fact. Like, really bad. But at least I can honestly say that the death animations are pretty funny. The game has a good difficulty curve. Most of the challenges that emerge do so purely from greed, so most kids won't have to struggle too much to beat the game. Meanwhile, veterans will have an absolutely incredibly difficult time perfecting each level, which eventually offers rewards in the form of cosmetics. The game also throws new types of enemies at the player without telling us explicitly how to beat them, which makes figuring it out on our own feel very rewarding. There are also a few new mechanics that are added into the game as the player progresses to inspire creativity as the game gets more challenging. Now for the final verdict. This is a kids game marketed for those who want to relive their childhood. The gameplay is a very old formula, and it feels as though only a few fun new mechanics are being brought to the table to justify this. It's very possible to have a narrative that is good for kids and doesn't immediately make it apparent that this was just for kids. But this game does not have that. I was so close to giving this game a 7 out of 10 until I noticed my dear old friend Haptic Feedback, and that was enough for me to narrowly bump it up to an 8. Honestly, I think most people playing this game and saying that it's excellent are people who are looking back at the oldest ones with nostalgia. Maybe there will be new fans of this series and it will last on to future titles, but for everyone in between then and now, there really does not feel like there is much to miss out on.